Right, morning friends. Today we'll start with something on tenses. Questions based on tenses have appeared in GATE the previous years. So we'll go for something on tenses, right? So this topic, tenses, as I said, is one of the topics that come under sentence correction and help us while doing sentence completion questions as well, like fill in the blank questions, right? Now tenses. Tenses are three in number: present, past, and future. Each and every tense can be divided into four categories: present into four, past into four, future also into four, right? Each and every category has got its own structure. We'll deal with the structures first, and then I'll tell you about the application part, right? Now, before that, I told you about verbs. In the previous session, I told you about verbs. A verb is a word that denotes action. And a verb is also a word that denotes a state of being. So verb has got two definitions. One is that it denotes action, and the other one is that it denotes a state of being. As I told you, in English, we have main verbs as well as auxiliary verbs. Main verbs denote action, as we have already discussed. So any action can be termed as a main verb, like singing, dancing, playing, fighting, running, jumping. All actions can be termed as main verbs. And auxiliary verbs can be divided into three: linking, helping, and modals, right? I told you the differentiation, how to differentiate between a linking verb and a helping verb. If there is no main verb is an action. If there is no main verb in a sentence, then the auxiliary verb in that sentence is termed as linking. Whereas, if there is a main verb in a sentence, then the auxiliary verb in that sentence is termed as helping, right? If there is no main verb in a sentence, then the auxiliary verb is called linking. And if there is a main verb in a sentence, the auxiliary verb is termed as helping. And there are no sentences in English without a verb, right? Now in English, auxiliary verbs are 8 in number. They are is, are, am, was, were, then has, have, had. These are the auxiliary verbs in English, right? 8 in number. Now, is, are, am, was, and were, these are forms of be. Be is an auxiliary verb, and the forms of be are is, are, am, was, and were, right? Now these five, is, are, am, was, and were, can only be auxiliary verbs, whereas has, have, and had can be auxiliary verbs as well as main verbs, right? These five can only be auxiliary verbs, whereas has, have, and had can be auxiliary verbs as well as main verbs. I'll tell you how to differentiate, how to get to know whether has, have, and had in a sentence are auxiliary verbs or main verbs, right? We'll discuss this later. Now here, as I said, any action can be termed as a main verb, right? Now all main verbs have got three forms, and the three forms of every main verb are V1, V2, V3. These are the three forms of every main verb. All main verbs, all actions have got these three forms: V1, V2, and V3. V1 is termed as the present form of the verb. V1 is called the present form of the verb. V2 is the past form, and V3 is the past participle form. These are the three forms of every main verb. V1 is the present form, V2 is the past form, and V3 is the past participle form. Clear? For example, if I say speak, speak and speaks, both are V1. Both are in the V1 form, that is the present form, and the only difference between these two is speak is plural, whereas speaks is singular. Now I told you when a verb becomes singular and plural, whenever there is s, es, or ies to a verb, that means the verb is singular. If no s, no es, no ies, that means the verb is plural. So speak and speaks both are in the V1 form. The only difference is speak is plural, speaks is singular. Clear? So V1 is speak or speaks, V2 is spoke, and V3 is spoken. It's speak, spoke, spoken. Similarly, brick, break and breaks, both are in the V1 form, right? Singular and plural. Break is plural, whereas breaks is singular. V2 is broke. V3 is broken. It's break, broke, broken, right? Play. Play and plays, both are in the V1 form. Play is plural, plays is singular. V2 is played. V3 is also played. So here, the V2 form and the V3 form are the same. So based on the rules, you must be able to identify whether the word played in a sentence is V2 or V3. We'll discuss the rules in detail today. Clear? So based on the rules, identify whether the word played in a sentence is V2 or V3. Right? Similarly, come. Come and comes, both are V1. V2 is came. V3 is come. So here, the V1 form and the V3 form are the same. It's come, came, come. So based on the rules, identify whether the word come in a sentence is V1 or V3. Right? Run. Same is the case with run. Run, ran, run. Here also, the V1 form and the V3 form are the same. Right? If I say put, 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 put. Here, the V1 form, V2 form, and the V3 form are the same. So it's put, put, put. So based on the rules, you must be able to identify whether the word put in a sentence is V1 or V2 or V3. Clear? Hurt. Same thing. Hurt, hurt, hurt. Here also the V1 form, the V2 form, and the V3 form are the same. So all main verbs have got these three forms. V1 is the present form, V2 is the past form, and V3 is the past participle form. Clear? Now as I said, there are three tenses: present, past, and future. Each and every tense can be divided into four categories: present into 4, past into 4, future also into 4. And each and every category has got its own structure. If you know the structures by heart, now whenever you come take a sentence, right, whichever sentence it is, you can easily identify the tense and the category of that particular sentence. Clear? Now, the four categories into which every tense, present, past, and future, every tense can be divided out. One is simple. Simple present, simple past, simple future. So one is simple. Second one is continuous. Present continuous, past continuous, future continuous. Third one is perfect. Present perfect, past perfect, future perfect. And the last category is perfect continuous. Perfect continuous. So these are four categories into which each and every tense can be divided. And as I said, every category has got its own structure, the rule. Learn the structure of the rule by heart. Clear? Now if I write a statement like, the girl breaks the glass. The girl breaks the glass. Now I told you what a subject is and what an object is. The doer of an action is termed as a subject, whereas the receiver of an action is termed as the object. And subject and object can be living things or non-living things, but only nouns or pronouns. Clear? The girl breaks the glass. Two nouns are here. One is the girl, the other one is the glass. Right? Which noun is the subject and which noun is the object here? As I said, the doer is called the subject and the receiver is termed as the object. So the glass is the subject because, the girl is the subject because the girl is doing the action out here. And the glass is the object because the glass is receiving the action. So girl is the subject, the glass is the object. And the verb here is breaks, right? Action. Now, is subject-verb agreement correct in this sentence? Subject-verb agreement means, as we discussed, if the subject is singular, the verb also must be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb also must be plural. The subject in this sentence is girl, singular. So verb also must be singular. Breaks is a verb here which is singular because of the S. So subject singular, verb singular. This sentence is grammatically correct. Clear? Right. Now come to the first tense, present tense. Present tense. First category, simple present. Right? Now the rule or the structure of simple present tense is subject plus V1. Subject plus V1 is a rule of simple present tense. V1, as I said, V1 is termed as the present form of the verb. Right? So simple present tense, the rule is subject plus V1. Now I wrote a sentence, the girl breaks a glass. Right? I say, this sentence is in the simple present tense because the girl is a subject here. Plus, breaks is the verb. Right? Breaks is V1 or V2 or V3. Breaks is a verb that is in the V1 form. As I said, break and breaks both are V1. The only thing is, break is plural, whereas breaks is singular. Right? So this sentence is in the order subject plus, girl is a subject, plus breaks is a verb. And breaks is a verb which is in the V1 form. So this sentence is in the order subject plus V1. And the rule of simple present tense is also subject plus V1. So I can say this sentence is in the simple present tense. Clear? So if you write down the order of a sentence, and if you compare that order with the structure, you can easily identify the tense and the category of every sentence. Clear? So simple present tense, the rule is subject plus V1. Clear? Right. Come to the second category now. Present continuous. Now, what do you mean by continuous? Continuous means what? Something that is still going on, that keep going, right? Continuous means it is V1 plus ing. Continuous is V1 plus ing. Teaching, learning, singing, dancing, etc. Right? Now the rule of present continuous tense is subject plus. Now here, it's continuous tense. So anyways, V1 plus ing must come because it is continuous. When you think of present continuous, three auxiliary verbs must come to your mind. And the three auxiliary verbs that need to come to your mind when you think of present continuous are is, are, am. Is, are, and am. These are the three auxiliary verbs that come in present continuous tense. So present continuous means think of is, are, am. Clear? And as it is continuous, it must be V1 plus ing. So this is the structure of present continuous tense. Present continuous means think of is, are, am, as I said. And as it is continuous, there must be V1 plus ing. So the rule of present continuous tense is subject plus is or are or am plus V1 plus ing. Clear? Now, we cannot use all these three together in a sentence. Right? Fine. Is singular. Are is plural, as you know. Right? So simple. If the subject is singular, use is. If the subject is plural, use are. Because the rule says subject singular, verb singular, subject plural, verb plural. So if the subject is singular, use is. If the subject is plural, use are. And as you know, am is used only with I. Am is used only with I. Clear? And when I dealt with subject verb agreement, I give an exception. Like with I and you, the verb must be plural. That is the exception we discussed while we were doing subject verb agreement. With I and you, the verb must be plural. So subject singular use is, subject plural use are, am is used only with I. Right? What about with you? You is or you are? The pronoun you is both singular as well as plural. Right? You is both singular as well as plural. The exception says with I and you, the verb must be plural. So it can never be you is. It should be you are. Clear? The subject singular is, subject plural are, am is used only with I, and with you, the verb must be plural. This is the exception. So it should be you are. Right? So the girl breaks the glass. This sentence in the present continuous tense becomes, the girl is a subject out here. singular. So verb also must be singular. The girl is V1 plus ing. The verb there is break. Ing of break is breaking. It becomes the girl is breaking the glass. Clear? What if it is the girls? The girls is a subject which is plural. So verb also must be plural. The girls are breaking the glass. I am breaking the glass. As I said, am is used only with I. And with you, the verb must be plural. So it should be you are breaking the glass. Right? So I repeat, present continuous means think of is, are, am. And as it is continuous, V1 plus ing. So this is a structure of present continuous tense. Hope you got it. Clear? Fine. Come to third category, present perfect. Now, when you think of present perfect, two words must come to your mind. And the two words that need to come to your mind when we think of present continuous, when you think of present perfect, are has and have. Present perfect means think of has or have. Clear? Now the structure of present perfect would be subject plus, as I said, present perfect means think of has or have. Subject plus has or have plus verb must come. Should it be V1 or V2 or V3? Present perfect, subject plus has or have plus V1 or V2 or V3. Which verb? Which form of the verb should come in present perfect tense? It should be subject plus has or have plus V3. V3 is the past participle form of the verb, right? Now the rule is this: in perfect tenses, whether it is present perfect or past perfect or future perfect, in perfect tenses, only V3 comes and V3 must come. That is the rule. Clear? In perfect tenses, whether it is present perfect or past perfect or future perfect, only V3 comes and V3 must come. Right? So present perfect means think of has or have. And as it is perfect, V3 must appear. So the rule of present perfect becomes subject plus has or have plus V3. Clear? Has, singular plural. Has is singular because of the S, whereas have is plural. Clear? As I said, if the subject is singular, verb also must be singular. Subject is plural, verb also must be plural. Clear? Right. So here, the girl breaks the glass. This sentence in the present perfect tense becomes the girl. The girl is a subject. So verb also must be singular. The girl has V3 of break is broken. So it becomes the girl has broken the glass. What if I say the girls? The girls is a subject which is plural. So verb also must be plural. The girls have broken the glass. I told you with I and you, exception says with I and you the verb must be plural. So I have broken the glass, you have broken the glass. Clear? So I repeat, present perfect means think of has or have, and as it is perfect, only V3 comes and V3 must come. Clear? So this is the rule of present perfect tense. Subject plus has or have plus V3. Got it? Fine. Now come to the last category in present tense. Present perfect continuous. Right? Now as I said, present perfect means think of has or have. Present perfect means think of has or have. Continuous means it is V1 plus ing. Present perfect continuous. Present perfect means think of has or have. Continuous means V1 plus ing. That means in present perfect continuous, has or have must come. V1 plus ing must come. In between perfect and continuous, B-E-E-N, bin comes. Clear? It's not pronounced as been in fact, it's pronounced as bin. Like dustbin. We don't pronounce it as been, it's bin. Right? So in present perfect continuous, has or have must come. V1 plus ing must come. In between, bin must come. So the structure of present perfect continuous would be subject plus has or have plus bin plus continuous. So V1 plus ing. Clear? So subject plus has or have plus bin plus V1 plus ing. This is a rule of present perfect continuous. Clear? You know when to use has, you know when to use have. has is singular, have is plural. Clear? So the girl breaks the glass becomes, the girl is a subject here, singular. So has. The girl has been, ing of break is breaking. So the girl has been breaking the glass. The girls is plural. The girls have been breaking the glass. I and you, verb must be plural. I have been breaking the glass. You have been breaking the glass. Clear? So this is a basic structure of the categories of present tense. Simple present is subject plus V1. Present continuous, as I said, think of is or am. And as it is continuous, V1 plus ing must come. So subject plus is or are or am plus V1 plus ing. Present perfect means think of has or have. And as it is perfect, only V3 comes and V3 must come. So structure becomes subject plus has or have plus V3. Clear? In present perfect continuous, has or have must come. V1 plus ing must come. In between, been must come. So the rule is subject plus has or have plus been plus V1 plus ing. So this is a basic structure of the categories of present tense. Hope it's clear, right? Now if you know present tense, then past tense is very easy, right? Fine. Now I shall rub this. Hope you have taken it down. I rub this. Now, come to the second tense, past tense. Past tense, right? What is the past tense of is? The past tense of is was, right? The past tense of am is also was, as we discussed. The past tense of both is and am is was. Past tense of are is were. Past tense of are is were. Past tense of has, had. Past tense of has is had. Past tense of have. The past tense of both has and have is had, right? So past tense of is and am is was. Past tense of are is were. Past tense of both has and have is had. Clear? Fine. So as I said, if you know the structure of present tense, the structures of past tense is very easy. Clear? Fine. Come to the first category. In past tense, simple past. What is the rule of simple present? Subject plus V1. V1 is termed as the present form of the verb. So simple present is subject plus V1. If simple present is subject plus V1, what would be the rule of simple past? Subject plus V2, because V2 is the past form of the verb. Clear? So simple past, the rule is subject plus V2. Simple present is subject plus V1, whereas simple past is subject plus V2, because V2 is the past form of the verb. Clear? Come to the same sentence. The girl breaks the glass. The girl is the subject here, right? Simple past is subject plus V2. So in simple past tense, this sentence becomes the girl broke the glass. The girl broke the glass. The girl is the subject plus broke. Broke is V1 or V2 or V3. Broke is V2. That means this sentence is in the order subject plus V2. And the rule of simple past tense is also subject plus V2. So I can say this sentence is in the simple past tense. Clear? As I said, if you write down the order of a sentence, and if you compare that order with the structure, the tense and the category can be identified. Clear? So simple past tense is subject plus V2. Hope it's clear. Come to the second category, past continuous. What is the rule of present continuous? Subject plus is or are or am plus V1 plus ing, right? So what can be the rule of past continuous? Subject plus was or were. Why? How come was or were? The past tense of both is and am is was. past tense of are is were. Clear? So present continuous is are am. So past continuous must be was or were, because the past tense of is and am is was, and past tense of are is were. So subject plus was or were plus continuous. Continuous is V1 plus ing, V2 plus ing. Now there's nothing like V2 plus ing, right? If I say sing, sing is V1. V2 of sing, sang. V3, sung. Right? It's sing, sang, sung. So sang is V2. After writing sang, should I add ing to it? Is anything like singing? No. So continuous means it's always V1 plus ing. Right? Nothing like V2 plus ing or V3 plus ing. Continuous means it's always V1 plus ing. So subject plus was or were plus continuous, so it must be V1 plus ing. Clear? So this is the rule of past continuous tense. Subject plus was or were plus V1 plus ing. Clear? Now was is singular, whereas were is plural. Right? So if the subject is singular, use was. Subject is plural, use were. Clear? Now the girl breaks the glass in past continuous tense becomes the girl is a subject, singular. So was. The girl was V1 plus ing. The verb here is break. Ing of break is breaking. So it becomes the girl was breaking the glass. Clear? The girls were breaking the glass. I was breaking the glass. You were breaking the glass. Clear? So this is the rule of past continuous tense. Subject plus was or were plus V1 plus ing. Got it? Fine. Come to third category, past perfect. When you think of present perfect, you think of which two words? Has or have. Right? So present perfect means we think of has or have. So past perfect means you think of which word? Had. Past perfect means think of had, because it's only had, because the past tense of both has and have is had. Clear? So present perfect means think of has or have. Past perfect means think only about had. Clear? So the rule of present perfect was subject plus has or have plus V3. So what can be the rule of past perfect? Subject plus had plus V3. V3 because as I said, it's perfect tense, right? In perfect tenses, whether it's present perfect or past perfect or future perfect, in perfect tenses, only V3 comes and V3 must come. Clear? So past perfect means think of had. And as it is perfect, V3 must appear. So the rule of past perfect becomes subject plus had plus V3. Clear? The girl breaks the glass. How will this sentence be in past perfect? The girl is the subject. Had. V3. Verb there is break. V3 of break is broken. So it becomes the girl had broken the glass. Clear? The girl had broken the glass. So subject plus had plus V3 is rule of past perfect. Got it? Fine. Now the last category in past tense. Past perfect continuous. Right? What is the rule of present perfect continuous? Subject plus has or have plus been plus V1 plus ing. Right? So what can be the rule of past perfect continuous? Subject plus had plus been plus V1 plus ing. Subject plus had plus been plus V1 plus ing. Clear? So the girl breaks the glass becomes the girl had been breaking the glass. The girl had been breaking the glass. Subject plus had plus been plus V1 plus ing. Clear? So this is the basic structure of past tense. Simple past is subject plus V2. Past continuous is subject plus was or were plus V1 plus ing. Past perfect is subject plus had plus V3. Past perfect continuous is subject plus had plus been plus V1 plus ing. Clear? So with this, the basic structure of past tense is also over. Right? Now only one more tense left, that is future tense. Right? Fine. Hope you have taken it down. I'll rub this. Come to the last tense, future tense. Future tense, right? Now, which two words tell us that a sentence belongs to the future tense? Which two words or which two verbs tell us that a sentence belongs to the future tense? Now, will or shall tells us that a sentence belongs to the future tense. Clear? So in each and every category of future tense, will or shall must be there. Clear? Will or shall tells us that a sentence belongs to a future tense. So in every category of future tense, will or shall must be there. Clear? Fine. Now come to the first category, simple future. The rule of simple future tense is subject plus will or shall plus verb must appear. Should it be V1 or V2 or V3? Subject plus will or shall plus, is it V1 or V2 or V3? It's subject plus will or shall plus V1. V1 is the present form of the verb. Clear? Fine. Now this V1, the verb, must be singular or plural. Now, as I said, when there is S, ES or IES to a verb, that means the verb is singular. If no S, no ES, no IES, that means the verb is plural. Clear? So my question is, this V1 must be singular or plural? Should I say, now in the case of future tense, the verb does not depend on the subject. Clear? In the case of future tense, the verb does not depend on the subject. Clear? Should I say, he will go there or he will goes there? Go is plural, whereas goes is singular because of the ES, right? He will go there, he will goes there. It should be he will go there. Clear? Go is plural. They will come here or they will comes here. Come is plural, comes is singular. It should be they will come here. Come is plural. Clear? That means in future tense, the verb must always be plural. The verb must always be plural in the case of future tense. We can never expect a singular verb in future tense, right? In future tense, the verb must always be plural. Now the rule of simple future tense is subject plus will or shall plus V1 always plural, right? So the verb does not depend on the subject. In the case of future, as I said, the verb will always be plural. So subject plus will or shall plus V1 is the structure of future. Simple future, right? So the girl breaks the glass becomes the girl will break the glass or the girl will breaks the glass. The girl will break the glass because break is V1 plural. Same as the case if it is girls. The girls will break the glass. The girl will break the glass, etc. Clear? So subject plus will or shall plus V1 always plural in the case of simple future, right? Fine. Come to the second category, future continuous. Future continuous. Now, present continuous means we think of is or am. Is or am come in present continuous. Past continuous means we think of was or were, right? So, is or am come in present continuous. Was or were comes in past continuous. Future continuous means you think of which auxiliary verb. Which auxiliary verb should appear in future continuous? Now, as I said, is, are, am, was and were, these are forms of be. Be is an auxiliary verb. And the forms of be are is, are, am, was and were. Is, are and am appear in present continuous. Was or were appear in past continuous. Whereas be appears in future continuous. Clear? So in future continuous tense, we need to go for be. Now the rule of future continuous will be subject plus will or shall. I told you in every category of future tense, will or shall must appear. Subject plus will or shall plus be plus continuous V1 plus ing. Subject plus will or shall plus be plus V1 plus ing. V1 plus ing because it is continuous tense. Clear? So this is a structure of future continuous. Right? Now the girl breaks the glass becomes the girl will be ing of break is breaking. The girl will be breaking the glass. The girls will be breaking the glass. No change at all. Clear? So this is a structure of future continuous. Subject plus will or shall plus be plus V1 plus ing. Clear? Right. Now only two more categories left. Future perfect and future perfect continuous. Right? While speaking or while writing, we don't make use of future perfect or future perfect continuous. So they may seem to be incorrect, but they are correct. Clear? Now that's a problem. There's no need to think too much. Right? Just go by the structure, by the rule. Right? Come to third category, future perfect. Now, present perfect means we think of has or have. Right? Past perfect means we think of had. In future perfect, anyways, will or shall will be there. Right? Should it be has or have or had? Has or have or had? Which one appears in future perfect? Anyways, has cannot appear because has is singular. As I told you, in the case of future tense, the verb must always be plural. So has anyways cannot appear. Had comes only in past tense. So had also cannot appear. Future perfect means it's only have. Clear? So the structure of future perfect would be subject plus will or shall plus have plus, I told you only have. No matter whether the subject is singular or plural, in future tense the verb must always be plural. Subject plus will or shall plus have plus perfect tense. So it must be V3. Because as I told you in perfect tenses, present perfect, past perfect, future perfect, only V3 comes and V3 must appear. Clear? So the rule of future perfect is subject plus will or shall plus have plus V3. Right? Now the girl breaks the glass becomes the girl will have V3 of break is broken. The girl will have broken the glass. The girl will have broken the glass. It sounds incorrect, but it's correct. Right? The girl will have broken the glass. The subject plus will or shall plus have plus V3. Clear? So this is the structure of future perfect. Now the last category in future tense, future perfect continuous. Right? You must be knowing the structure. Right? Subject plus future perfect continuous. Subject plus will or shall plus have plus been plus V1 plus ing. Subject plus will or shall plus have plus been plus V1 plus ing. Clear? So the girl breaks the glass becomes the girl will have been breaking the glass. V1 plus ing is break plus ing, breaking. The girl will have been breaking the glass. Right? Sounds incorrect, but it's correct. Right? So this is a basic structure of tenses. Clear? 3 tenses. I told you the 4 categories, and these are the structures of all the 4 categories of every tense. Present, past, as well as future. Now if you have a good knowledge about this much, right? These rules, these structures, you can easily identify the tense and category of every sentence. Right? I'll tell you when to use, in which context to use these categories. Hope it's clear. Right? Fine. I'll run this. Now, as I said earlier, is are, am, was, and were can only be auxiliary verbs, right? Whereas has, have, and had can be auxiliary verbs as well as main verbs. Fine? If I write two sentences like, I have a pen, I have a pen, I have done my homework, I have done my homework. Similarly, he has a book, he has gone there, right? I have a pen, I have done my homework, he has a book, he has gone there, right? I told you, has, have, and had can be auxiliary verbs as well as main verbs. Clear? Fine. Come to the first sentence. I have a pen. I say, in this sentence, have is a main verb. In this sentence, have is a main verb. Come to the second one. I have done my homework. In this sentence, have is an auxiliary verb. I'll tell you the difference. Come to this sentence now. He has a book. In this sentence, has is a main verb. Whereas the second sentence, he has gone there, has is an auxiliary verb, right? I'll tell you the difference. Before that, we'll take a short break, right?